All right, trickle in. People are already here. Sick. Dude, I was already getting like uh followers and stuff too, like earlier. It was cool. Lucky Night JP, Purdsy, Battletoad, Devil's Oku, all followed. Thank you. I don't know if you know any of those guys.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Oh, dude, that's sick. That's what's cool, because like whenever Jet did his, or even Pablo, I think even
They had their fans.
yeah, you get your friends to come in and support, so that's cool because you can, like, those people are actually like, wanting to come do their thing. So, all right, now let's social media, go live. Boom. Here. Let's see. I typically try to I tried it out, I think, with Collins, where I said I just sent the leak and went live at 7:30. But it was like at noon. I posted that link, like whatever, and I was like, oh, maybe I should just do it like a little bit before, like when we go live, so like it starts off, so people can like click it and see it, kind of thing. And I think I did it at Jets, and Jets had like a little bit more interaction, so I was like, oh, okay, cool. So maybe I should just wait. But
finding out the algorithm.
Yeah, it's weird, because I would like as many people like in as possible, just so like they can interact with the conversation and stuff. But yeah, it's weird. It's too tough, really. It's fucking.
Do you know what Palmer does for his stream? Does he do YouTube?
Yeah, he uploads YouTube. He doesn't do them live. That's the thing.
He doesn't?
No, they're all pre-recorded kind of thing. So that's why because I always, I'm like, oh, dude, do we really need like two like drifting podcasts and yada yada yada? But that's why I try to do this, because it's like a live show that people can tune in every week. Whereas Palmer, he has his and he does them when he can, kind of thing, and stuff like that. But he just released one today, actually. It's with Be Strong and oh fuck, Aaron, his teammates.
Animal style. Aaron?
Yeah. What's up, Jacob? Be Strong and
Jacob?
Sideways Hatch. Aaron. Okay, so come here, see this, see post, share post, add to story. Boom, 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 boom. Link it up. I wish I could save the links. I bet I could. I just don't know.
Hello.
What's up, Beanbone? What's up, Harris? Harris is itching for me to come and play Destiny. We got to get the grind back on.
Destiny 1 or 2?
2. They just came out with a new expansion Tuesday, like a major expansion. And so Harris is finally back into Destiny, because he had stopped playing there for a minute. And so I played for like 6 months by myself. And yeah.
There's so many games out these days. Actually, the only one I ever cared about was Elden Ring.
Really? You never played Lost Ark, did you?
No, I did. I made a character, and that's about it. I
yeah.
walked off the boat.
Yeah, and that was it?
Well, I was too busy. I was trying to...
grind RuneScape?
Yeah.
Dude.
I've got a goal in mind.
Oh, all right. What are you trying to do?
There's a really expensive item called a Twisted Bow.
Okay.
I could never afford it. And
now you're going for it?
Lucky. Well, yeah, I got really lucky, like back to back, so now I can afford it almost. So.
Oh, nice. I got my audio text saying we got to bump your audio up. Yeah, we played Lost Ark for a little bit there. Well, we played it like the first day it was free to play, and then we played we probably played like 3 hours then we played another night. I probably have like 6 hours into it, and I just can't get into it. So
I wanted to play because it looked pretty fun, but all my friends were like playing it pretty hard, and
yeah,
I felt like I'd always be behind. so it's kind of rough. I don't like playing catch up constantly.
Yeah, that was the one thing. Like, I like how. Oh, side note, I like how we start off our podcasts with games. Like that's what like me and Pablo were talking about Warzone and shit like that. So now we're talking about this. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't like get into the isometric whatever like top down view or whatever. So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I think Destiny is like the mix of where it's like first person shooter, but I can still like not have to play PvP, so I can just
I like
I
shooting
just
guns.
yeah, it's like fun. It's like takes me back to like what I'm used to, but now I can do like easy stuff. So
Too
yeah,
old.
yeah, it's too old, too old. That's pretty much what happens. You just lose skill. Except for
You
Harris.
lose.
Harris is still pretty good. So I don't know. We'll see. He's been playing Battlefield. You play anything else, or do you always just play like action RPG, like MMO stuff?
Um, I'm usually playing like what my friends play.
Oh, really?
So whether it's like Apex, I played League of Legends, I played Warzone, played pretty
Damn,
much played it all.
tight. I've never played League. Like, and
Don't.
dude, I just realized the other day that game's like 10 years old. I didn't know. I know it's been
Oh yeah,
around
yeah,
forever, but like, I just never knew that game's been around that long.
yeah.
So,
Crazy.
dude, Golf with Friends, dude,
Also
that's
fun.
so fun. That game is so fun. That's funny.
You gotta grief your friends though.
Yeah,
Collision settings on. You gotta
yeah.
grief people.
I like the one where they make your ball any kind of random object and it rotates.
Oh
Have you
no, I don't think
have
I've done
you
that.
you've never played that?
I've done the basketball one.
Yeah, we played the basketball one. No, there's one where you can play with. It changes everybody's ball every round. So like one person will have a square, someone will have like a cone, someone will have um I don't know, just like a star
Hmm.
piece kind of thing like that. And you have to play your mini golf like that, and then it rotates every round. So then like I might get a cone, you might get the square, but then next round like I'll get the star piece and you get like the cone or something like that. So it makes it really interesting because I think one person gets the ball, and then
Oh, okay.
so they like move on through. But then I don't know. Sometimes we just grief each other because we have the shitty objects.
The worst shapes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like I'm
yeah.
getting
So
the good guy.
sick.
I'm getting the
Yeah,
ball.
exactly, exactly. So, let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. I'm waiting for people to trickle in. Your Thursday was good. Everything chilling. You ready for Friday?
Yeah, I had
You
to think
ready?
about that.
You ready to drive this weekend?
Better not rain.
Mm. I think
Looking
it'll
like it
probably
will.
rain on
Saturday afternoon or
Saturday.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out which layout we should run in the rain and then run in the
Dry.
dry. Yeah, I'm thinking about running. What's up, Noel? I think
Hey, what's up?
I'll probably want to run normal layout Saturday and reverse on Sunday because I think the rain on normal layout, like drivers aren't going to do like dumb shit because they'll like slide off because it's a faster entry. So I'll
Yeah, yeah,
probably
yeah.
just do that. Probably just run. Uh, yeah, I think that's the move. Running normal on Saturday and reverse on Sunday.
Well,
So
last year, it felt like every event or like most events, it was scheduled to rain on an event
yep,
day, and then it didn't.
yeah,
Every event, I was like getting frustrated because I was like changing some setup up,
yep.
and then the event would come up, and I was like super excited to try out new setup, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's gonna rain on you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. We did luck out on a lot of stuff that it like didn't rain, or like it would rain at the very end of the day,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
like everyone's kind of like, yeah, yeah. See, Alex knows. He says normal safer in the rain.
yeah, yeah.
Colin, I'm not driving. My car's still at paint, so sucks. Oh well. I was really wanting to, but hopefully I'll just get it back next week, and then I gotta go get it tuned. So and then assembled. So, anyways. Oh yeah, Colin knows. Colin's car's still at paint. Everybody like, yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I don't know. We'll see. I don't
Paint
know.
limbo.
Yeah, everybody's like paint jail. Pretty much, dude. Colin.
I'm the opposite.
Yeah, no kidding. You played it smart.
I didn't. Oh yeah,
What?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Have
Not by
you
choice.
have you got your arrow in yet?
That's the thing. I feel like I'm crying wolf. I keep telling people it's on the way. I sent them an email
Yeah.
like a day or two ago,
Yeah.
waiting for them to come back. It's just like shabby company things.
Uh. Yeah, Noel, I gotta bring you my seats. It'll probably be so. Apparently, the guy that's painting my car, his shop is pretty close to Tim's. So I was gonna ask you if I could just pick up my car and then bring the seats to Tim, and then Tim can bring them home to you. So then, because I'm pretty sure the shop is south of your house, so then I don't have to trailer a car all the way up into Dallas and stuff. So yeah, and then hopefully you can bring him down for final bout. Hopefully that gives you enough time to knock it out. Oh, dude, perfect. All right, Noel said that works well. Score. Oh man, I was stressing. I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to like, fucking go drop my stuff off to like all the way up there. I really don't want to like go like trailer my car around doing errands in Dallas because we got a bunch of shit we got to get done the same time we go pick up my car. So
Busy,
okay,
busy.
yeah, dude, it is. It's funny. Your shipping thing, like the bumper not showing up yet. Still,
Yeah.
I just ordered blue floor mats, checkerboard floor mats. I couldn't find any, and
hmm
like D-Max ones, G Corp ones, who else makes one? Uh, let's see. I think there's one more. They're like, like they're $300 plus right now.
Jeez.
I found like two sets on eBay, and they're like universal, whatever. Like they'll fit.
hmm
I don't care, because there was a company that made them for a long time, and they're no longer around. They're super cheap too. I have the red ones, but I should have bought blue ones. Oh well. Anyways, they're in. I ordered them, and they're from Russia, and
Oh no.
yeah. So they got to Moscow yesterday,
Nice.
and I'm like, fuck, they're not gonna leave ever now. Like I'm pretty sure that they're probably gonna be stuck. So like they're you can like search whatever distribution center like throughout the
hmm
world, and they give you an estimated like time on when things stay there at the thing. And the Russian Moscow like distribution center says like 9 days it'll stay there. So in 8 days we'll see if it actually leaves.
Yeah.
By then we'll probably be balls deep into World War III. So I don't think I'm gonna get my floor mats. So
That's how I'm feeling with my wheels.
oh god, dude, you order wheels from Russia?
I the person I ordered them from, I'm questioning it if he's Russian because he has a
Oh
pretty Russian
no.
sounding name.
Yeah, you just
And he
found them
was
like on Instagram or like what?
yeah, yeah.
Oh god,
And
dude.
so I shot him a message like earlier this month
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh no, like soon. Soon." So,
Yeah.
soon
Yeah,
maybe?
Zach had a incident where he was importing some Arrow stuff, and the guy was like giving him the runaround, and it got to the point where Zach was like filing PayPal claims because it was almost time that like the 60 days had been like almost up, and he still hadn't gotten
Yeah.
anything, and he thought that the guy had just mailed or like just sent him a fake tracking number or something like that because there was no update, and finally the parts came in, but Zach was just going because it took forever, and the guy gave him the runaround. Zach was just going to fuck the guy over because he was getting the runaround and keep the PayPal claim to get his money back, and then he would just keep the arrow back, or whatever. But
hmm
he was like Zach was like threatening the guy, and the guy like started freaking out, and finally got Zach his shit, and then Zach probably just ended up paying him, like whatever. But yeah, it's always very like weird with a language barrier. You never know what the fuck's gonna happen. So
And everything's cross world. Can't get anything
yeah,
you want here.
no, not at all, nothing. So you have to play like 4 times as much.
Yeah.
So yeah, see, They're exporting missiles. God damn it. Watch them enact sanctions to block all format imports. Dude, they might, man. Who knows? That'd be
Only
some
in formats.
wild ass shit. Anyways. So Ben, you are our shining example for the training sessions that we had, I don't know, last year and the year before.
Yeah.
And when you said you wanted to do the podcast, I thought it was a good example to like try to document at least some kind of conversation, and so people could like reference it to say, oh, okay, that's what they were looking for, whatever. Because we've never done, like, we still need to do like a machine check or like a instructional PSA video to like help people, because
These are the standards. These are the
yeah,
rules.
and like people just don't like, they want some cool like video or like I don't know, whatever, to grab their
I see that,
attention.
Pablo. Yeah,
Yeah, to keep their attention. So I don't know, I figured I'd try this format so that if people really had time, or like we could clip it and ship it or whatever. So you got your Skyline 2 years ago or 3 years ago now? All right, wait. Let's back this up.
Okay.
Let's start it off,
Yeah.
like always. What got you into cars?
Okay. I don't have the history anyone has,
Right.
so I'm gonna milk this as much as I can.
Okay, good.
I didn't like cars for a long time.
Okay.
When I was a kid, like, young child, probably
Yes.
liked cars for a little bit because of my dad.
Right.
First Fast and Furious came out, that was pretty baller.
Yep.
Second Fast and Furious came out, that was
Okay.
baller.
Yeah.
And then that's it. I'm
Done.
done liking cars until like what? Through high school,
Okay.
up until college. 2015, I moved into an apartment with two friends.
Okay.
One is an Integra,
Okay.
DC2 Integra.
Yep.
Not a Type R. And then the other has a Honda S2000.
Oh, interesting.
And then I start,
Okay.
yeah. And then I start working a valet job.
Oh, okay.
And so they liked the cars I had previously liked when I was a kid.
Right.
So I think that helped. And
Okay.
so all of a sudden, like, cars started becoming cool again.
Sure.
But like, I'm re-entering the hobby, which means like, Fast and Furious is still the shit.
Yeah, because you have the nostalgia going on.
Yeah.
You're right. What you do when you stopped, like throughout high school and like college and stuff? What did you do? Like,
For hobbies.
yeah, did you like
Yeah.
play sports or like what? 'Cause
Hell no. I was
gamer?
I was a gamer a little bit.
Yeah.
For a good bit.
Yeah.
I also did music.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. In high school, I played in like hardcore bands, metal bands.
Damn, tight. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What'd you play?
I played guitar.
Okay.
When you're doing like hardcore and metal, you don't actually need to be good.
Okay. So you just
So
strummed a lot?
Yeah. Never been a
Cool.
good guitarist, but you can do that shit.
Were you a vocalist as well or just a guitarist?
Yeah, so I was in one real band, and then we did like a bunch of projects. I
Yeah,
guess.
you went on tour?
No, never.
Okay.
I played in Austin.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then so I've done guitar and vocals for a band and
But
projects.
you don't do that much anymore now.
No.
Oh, damn.
I need to pick up my guitar again. It's rotting.
Yeah, probably. So you gave up music for cars,
Yeah, unfortunately.
unfortunately. What okay, so your roommates, why didn't you get like a Honda or something like that? Instead of Skyline, because the Skyline's the first car that you got coming back into like the hobby, right?
No, I bought a Subaru WRX, and like so.
Oh, your
after
daily?
I got
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
cool.
after I got back into cars in 2015,
Yep.
I saved like every penny I made while living in an apartment for
While
6
valeting.
months straight. Yeah,
Okay.
so I could afford a down payment on a Subaru WRX hatchback. Because for
Okay.
I don't remember the exact reason, but like that was the thing. I
Fast and
liked at the
Furious
time.
4.
Yeah, it's in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I like that. I did like that.
Yeah, that's probably why. Subconsciously, you wanted that car. That's why.
I'm Paul Walker, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
But let's see, and then I got that, and then from there I was, as everyone is, always wishing I had an STI. So like,
Right.
I didn't really ever spend any money on the WRX. I bought an
Yeah.
exhaust for it, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And while I'm like saving up for an STI or like something better, I'm just like watching car videos or
Sure.
kind of looking on browsing the internet.
Yep.
And then so like my first introduction to anything that's like actually pretty cool was the Noriaro YouTube channel.
Yep.
He came out with this old video. He's like hanging out with AE86s, and he goes to Garage Chapel, some like
Okay.
old
Yep.
garage.
Was
That
that
was
the
like
one
really
whenever
cool.
he bought the red Corolla?
No, I think it was after that.
Okay. All right. Because I'm trying to like timestamp stuff, and I know that that red Corolla that he had years ago seemed to be about the same time, but
Yeah.
maybe after.
This must have been like 2017,
Okay.
yeah, it sure at least 2017.
Okay.
And so like I had known about drifting, and then his channel kind of like opened it a little bit,
Yeah.
and it was like pretty cool, but like it was just pretty cool. It wasn't necessarily something I cared to do.
Right.
And so I was originally saving up for a GC8. I was gonna have a
Really?
Subaru WRX daily,
Yeah.
and then the GC8 STI swap.
Yeah.
Like
Harris
cool
has one
car.
of those.
They're crazy. They're
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, dude, they're cool. Two-door. His is two-door,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, with the four
America got to
STIs.
go with those. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's sick.
But as I was saving up for that, I was like, why am I buying this same car again?
Right.
And so I was looking into other options, and I ended up deciding I wanted something turbo, rear wheel drive, and Japanese.
Okay. Check.
So, yep.
Yeah.
And so like I saw Skylines were affordable. I was looking at 180s,
Okay.
specifically 180s because I knew they had the SR already.
Right. Whenever you said Japanese, you meant like right-hand drive or just like Nissan,
Japanese,
Honda?
yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right, cool.
Nissan Honda.
All right. All right.
But and so I was coming up with a decision. I think I don't really know if I had a good reason for settling on the Skyline,
Okay.
but I just ended up settling on that's what I wanted for.
Okay.
J Car's import Danny, if anyone knows him,
I think
bought
so.
one from him. He posted it on he didn't even have it posted on Facebook. He posted like an Instagram story or a Facebook clip of him like walking around, and I
Yeah.
saw that black one, and I was like, "Hey, what's the story behind that?" And he was like, "It'll be for sale soon." I was like, "I'll come buy it."
Damn. Sight
So
unseen. Just like, I'll buy it.
I went there and checked it at Russian Danny. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Russian Danny. Kev knows. Oh, yeah,
And,
I know. Yeah. I think
yeah.
I think Michael Ty bought his car from Danny or someone did. Man, his prices were cheap back in the day too. He was like
They were pretty
they were like
good.
really good,
Yeah.
and
He's a
he wasn't
homie.
like, yeah, dude, I remember, yeah, cause okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that's why it sounded familiar.
there were he does make good coffee. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's who it was.
It wasn't perfect. It wasn't clean by any means,
Right.
but it was cheap. And
Yeah,
it
for
was
sure.
in good condition too.
Yeah, your car looks really nice. So
And so yeah, that dude does give cars away.
yeah,
And let's see, it's February or March of 2018. I had a 32 day in 2018, so that's when I first had my car.
tight. Okay.
Let's see. The plans for that for a year and a half were like GTR Aero,
Yep.
make it a nice street car.
Yep.
I don't know why I ever had this thought, but there was this like thought in my head where it was like, I don't want to do drifting as cool as it is,
Yeah.
but like I want to be able to learn how to do it just so if I get bored and like want to pop a little slide on
Yeah.
a corner.
You could do it.
I don't know why that was a thought, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was a thought. And
Okay.
2019 comes, Noriaro or Alexi from Noriaro says he's coming to Texas,
Lone Star event.
and that's like my favorite YouTuber at the time for cars.
Okay. Yep.
And I was like, shit, that's 20 minutes away. Why not?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And so, and then like sometime in late 2018, early 2019, late 2017, 18, early 18, I joined their Discord, the Noriaro
okay.
Discord.
Yeah.
And so like that was a little bit more like exposure.
Sure. Yeah. You just get flooded with this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he comes. That is my first drift event I ever go to.
Okay.
That event, I decided I'm making the Skyline a full drift car.
Really? That was the
Yeah.
event? Was it because of the The beer can skyline like replica.
The American.
Yeah, is that what they call it?
That's what we called it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like that event. I forgot what happened. I want to say that we had another event, or
Gallery.
oh, was it?
Yeah. Same weekend.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's why I didn't go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad. I was like,
Yeah.
man, what the fuck event was like going on at that time? But okay, so it was Gallery, right? So I was at Gallery. You were there, and Tejas Police Academy, hanging out with Alexi.
Hey, what's up, Zach?
Hey, Zach.
And so that's when I decided I'm like, I'm gonna do this drifting shit. This shit's it's like so cool.
Yeah.
And so, but the whole time I'm a little like scared of my car surviving an event because there were a couple instances of like it broke down at school.
Okay.
I like got home from a highway and like the radiator hose is like bursted open, spewing out coolant. So like that's kind of scary when you're like new to the modified cars in general.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
so,
you're like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. You're right.
And so I was spending next year. Oh, no. A few months fixing the car.
Okay.
And then COVID hit.
Oh yeah, I guess so, huh?
But me and a friend made it, and a couple friends made it to Final Bout South.
Yeah.
And by this point, I knew Final Bout. I knew teams. Because I was like, once I was dedicated, I was like starting to
do your research.
Yeah.
Okay, so you nerd out about that stuff, right? Like you get into something, you kind of like go hardcore and just go like research and like study and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, whenever I have like a hobby, I don't have like too many hobbies ever at a time, but whenever I have one, I'm just like hyper focused on it always.
Okay. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so 32. So the cool stuff is like Abo Moon, all the like team stuff.
Yeah.
And like I never cared about comp stuff. I always thought like the team driving was cool.
Yep.
Like literally specifically teams.
Yeah.
Just like that whole like group of friends matching cars sometimes, like that was cool to me.
Yeah.
And so Final Bout South comes, and I'm like, shit, I'm not even going to make my car drive good. I'm just going to make it look cool.
Damn, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then COVID months, first real drift event was technically Lone Star Drift's first day at MSR.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So I go there in my Skyline for day one. It's like the first time there, so they don't know what's going on.
Right.
I sit in grid for I sit in grid for 2 hours in the heat in summer and get 4 laps in.
Fuck, really?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to remember like that was the first time they've been back to MSR, or first time they got into or held an event at MSR, and they paired up with like some like road racing day or something, I think. So like they had to share the track, if I believe. But I want to think I remember like the lines were pretty wild, but 2 hours.
Yeah, it was rough.
Fuck.
And then they started comp, and they left like some back section open, but for some reason I was like not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. MSR is kind of sketchy.
Yeah,
They're
well, I mean,
not
like
sketchy, they're strict.
Yeah, they're strict. They're really, really strict because it's an actual like, it's a racetrack. Like they got club members and stuff like that. So, yeah.
And then day 2, on my way there, I'm like 10 minutes from the track in like an hour drive.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, smoke starts coming from my hood. Oil pressure drops to 0. I pull over, turn it off. I think my radiator cap wasn't on all the way.
Okay.
And so it just flushed of coolant, like 0 coolant in the car.
Oh, no.
But like no issues. We just fill it back up with coolant, drive to the track, and everything runs fine.
Huh.
I ended up not driving because there was a leak in my water pump.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so that first event's a total wash.
Yeah. Bad taste in your mouth. You didn't want to like just like, all right, fuck drifting, like this is not fun at all kind of thing? Or was it like, okay, well, this is what to be expected. I'll take the challenge on and like I'm still wanting to do this kind of thing?
I think I genuinely thought I was just unlucky.
Okay.
And
just chalked it up as oh, this is just that one bad time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I literally,
glass half full kind of
yeah, 4 laps,
optimistic. Yeah, yeah,
clutch kicked like 2 corners, didn't hold the drift at all,
right,
but I was still so hyped.
dude. That's tight.
Uh,
That's sick. So good.
and then the training events.
Yeah, yeah. We started the training events. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so um, your car, the first training event, I
Mhm.
want to say it was like all stock
Yep.
R33s.
R32 wheels.
Really?
When I was driving, I was on the 32 wheels.
Okay. You didn't have a GTR bumper at the time, or did you?
I did. It was
Okay.
still unpainted.
Okay. Yeah, it was yeah. And
Yeah.
then yeah,
Found
dude.
Knuckle Up through special stage South.
Really?
Yeah, after South, I like followed all of y'all,
Oh, okay.
and I
So
was
then
like keeping
yeah.
up because I was like, these are the cool guys.
Yeah. Oh, well,
And
thanks.
then
No, it
y'all
was
talked about,
yeah. I always say like after when I helped with Final About South, dude, it was like a week of like running around and getting everything situated and all that stuff, and I was like I was fucking burnt out. I was like,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
no way I'm like, because Ilya and Simba were like, dude, like you have to keep events going on here, like the track, it's special, like you need to like build this community, yada yada yada, just so whatever. And I get what they meant, but dude, I was so torched. I was like, nah, I'm not doing this shit. Like I'll just pay someone else to drive someone else's events, like whatever. And yeah, it took me like 2 months just to like clear my head and like chill out. And I was like, and then fat cats were like, Jim, you have to go. You have to set up. We have to find a place to drive and stuff like that. And so I was like, all right, fuck it. Like,
yeah. Good on them for bullying you.
yeah, like the group of friends, they were like bullying me. They're like, Jim, you gotta do it. You're the only one. Yada yada yada. I was like, all right, fuck it. So yeah, then we started the knuckle up stuff, and then
Yeah,
yeah, the training sessions, because we were holding events and we had like almost 20 drivers here and there. It was really hard at the beginning to find drivers. So I was like, well, maybe we can start these training session events for people who have like really cool cars that might be interested in drifting, and then give them like a controlled environment where they're not going to like wreck their shit. And uh yeah, so that they would like continuously drive cool cars in a low risk area.
yeah.
And so, yeah, but yeah, you showed up and we're like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I think you were one of the first like right hand drive cars. So like,
Hmm.
it was kind of like, oh, cool. Like, all right, like this is interesting to,
Good start.
yeah, it was cool to see, because there's a lot of like 240s and stuff and other stuff, but like for someone to like have a right hand drive vehicle and wanting to drift it, I was like, oh man, like they might be really into it. So
Hmm.
so yeah, we were like geeked about it whenever we saw your car and others. So yeah,
Yeah,
continue.
those were cool.
So
Like,
yeah, so you did your first one. How
right.
was your experience with your first one?
It was good. I am a baby about everything. So
Okay.
like the fact that I could have a first experience on a skid pad rather than a track was like much more comforting to me.
Okay. All right, that's good to
And
know.
so yeah.
Yeah, I know the track can be intimidating for a lot of people, and
Hmm.
yeah, so that's a good perspective to have, that like a skid pad is appealing, because a lot of time whenever we were doing it, I was like, man, these people are like gonna get bored of the skid pad and like
Yeah.
something like that. But I guess it's welcoming, so that's good to know.
And so the first event went pretty well. Um,
Did you make it to the track on your first event, or did you?
no, I made it
Okay,
to the track second event.
okay,
And so because I was struggling in the first and I think even the second event like quite a little bit.
okay,
Um, but I made it to the track in the second event, and
all right.
again, it was the same look, it's stock arrow.
Yeah, but you
Um,
you had got a two-way for the second event, right?
I had a 2A for the first event.
Okay, so yeah, because me and Kev were like geeked out, because
Hmm.
we were asking about your car, and maybe it was like you had a two-way for the first event. We're like, oh shit, like he bought a
That's a
two-way for his first
yeah,
fucking event. Like, okay, he knows like what he wants to do. And then maybe the second event was the R33s.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the second, like, you drove, and then the second event we had, you showed up and like the car changed
Yeah, a
to
little bit.
R33s, and we're like, oh fuck, dude, like the process is working. This is what we want. We want to have someone to come out, drive their car, and then they go and like buy some cool parts. And yeah, it was sick.
And so that 2A came in from that COVID check.
Oh,
But
nice. Okay.
yeah. And then let's see. Second event went fine. I made it to the track.
Yep.
Track driving went better than the figure eights.
Yeah.
And then uh fun fact, I had the BN kit the whole time. I was planning on painting it myself. Turns
Really?
out I'm hella lazy. That never happened. So
Yeah. So you
by
had
the
it even by the first training session? Oh,
yeah, I
wow,
bought that.
tight.
Yeah. And
Cool.
so by the time the third event was coming up, I was like, I'm tired of it looking whack. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
this painted by someone else and just put it on.
Yeah.
And so that's when I showed up to the third event with the
Yeah,
BN kit
dude.
on.
That it was I was like, "Holy shit, dude." I was like because you could physically see the progression, dude. And it was
Yeah.
sick because the driving was progressing too. So you went from like a stock R32 with like a two-way, and then it was like, "Oh, okay, like it was like a perfect balance of someone who is like that argument of like, oh, you got to drive like a super low stylish car to like, oh, you have to drive a car that's like actually works kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
your first event, your car was like perfectly set up. And I was like, oh, sick. And then the R33s, my mind fucking blew. I was like, we didn't have to tell him nothing. We didn't have to like whatever. He just like you got it. And then the third time with BN, I was like, bro, give this kid a fucking banner. Like I'm putting him on the team. Like let's fucking do it. Like man, I was so geeked because the process fucking worked. And
Yeah.
yeah, and not many other people like did it like
Got
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
dude, it was frustrating, but like I can't like we didn't want to like force people to like what we like because there's no
Hmm.
longevity in that.
Yeah.
So people who like send me a message or like I don't know whatever they're like, "Hey, what do you look for?" or like what should my car look like or whatever. Those the people that ask those questions, I just know that like they don't get it and it's
Yeah.
and you know we yeah and so and I can't like force someone to like what I like. You know, you just have to naturally and organically do it. So, um, but yeah, dude, it was like it was the most like I don't know rewarding thing to see. I was like,
Gratifying. Yeah.
yeah, dude, it really was. And I was like, and it really gave us motivation to like keep doing them until like we were starting to get people to like just try to lie on their resumes or like just bring like Z's and BMWs and stuff to events. And we're like, it wasn't, we weren't, our investment on return was like not there because
Yeah.
we would give these people a place to drive, but then we would have to push them off to Lone Star or Club Loose, you know, because they're not a gatekeeper like I am. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah, so it was just like it wasn't fair to me. It wasn't fair for them. It was like leading them on
Right,
because
right.
yeah, where yeah, I just felt like I was kind of like lying to people
Hmm.
even though I wasn't. Like I was very clear like, hey, you have two events, you can learn how to drift, but then, you know, once you get to the track, you gotta either build a cool car or go drive somewhere else. I'm sorry. So I
Yeah.
didn't want to like lead people on anymore, but yeah.
No, I think the training events were good while they lasted, but what you said and like from what I had seen from like
Hmm.
the last training event or two,
Yeah.
it seemed like it was headed in that direction. And it
Yeah.
makes sense. It's one of those things where like what really sucks is you're talking about how people are like, what do I do?
Hmm.
And the best advice to give them is if you know, you know. But the worst advice to give them is if you know, you know.
Right, because it's a double-edged sword. You know,
Yeah.
you could just yeah. And I would love to like show people because I think what worked for you is because you got hyper focused on it and
Yeah.
you dove into the rabbit hole and you found like all this cool shit and you found something that you really like and you develop your own style. if someone doesn't do that, then it just this style doesn't develop for them, and they just get, they find something else that they enjoy about drifting. And that's nothing wrong with it. There's absolutely nothing,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, as long as they're happy, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's why I decided just to cut that shit out, because I was like, I'd rather have someone with a cool car like come spin out on track all day,
Mm-hmm.
and we can help them, than like some like other car that's not classic Japanese or like classic drifting, like just driving really well kind of thing. So
A demo derby car showing up.
well, it's not even that. There's some really nice cars that like, man, I get so many fucking BMWs or like new age chassis or like Mustangs or anything like that are like well set up, probably drift way better than like 80% of the cars that we have and stuff like that. But like,
it's just not the thing.
It's just not, and people just can't be like, oh, okay, fair enough. Like, I understand. Like, they don't understand because they're asking, hey, can I bring my like 2013 Mustang that's like 3 inches fender gap kind of thing? It's just like, how do you first find Knuckle Up and then like see everything that we do and be like, oh yeah, my car can like show up. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So, but yeah, no. Okay, so you made it from training session to the big events. Was your first event the 20 or Knuckle Up 6 season opener?
No, it was 7. The one right
okay.
after. Yeah.
Okay. So what was it like driving like the regular event for the first time? Was it like daunting?
It was intimidating.
Really?
Because I didn't really know many people.
Yeah.
And it was like any interaction I did have was like really short.
Okay.
And so I think I met John, who I haven't seen since, but I met someone at track, and so I had someone to hang out with all day.
Yep.
And then you are the newest guy. You are the worst driver there by just like sheer experience.
Okay, you have the least amount of experience, but I wouldn't say the worst driver, because someone could just like luck out and just like rip.
Yeah.
By no experience. Like the Seto kids, there was a couple that have come out and just like drove really well, and I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm screwed. So
and so it's like intimidating.
Yeah.
And I get on track. We're doing normal layout.
Okay.
I'm doing the same stuff I did at the training sessions, which is just like clutch kick on a wide line.
Yep.
So, like nothing fancy, and not really not linking much, not doing the full track surely.
Yeah.
And then I think like halfway through the day, I'm like, this really isn't working for me. I gotta just like suck it up. And you had the back section open that time.
Okay.
And so on the back section, I tried the first feint.
Okay.
And it goes so much better than I anticipated.
Right.
So I try it on normal entry.
Yep.
And it goes better than I anticipated.
Excellent.
And so that was like the start of like real progression and learning with real laps.
Yeah. Do you oh, go ahead, continue, sorry.
Just like beginning to learn, like carry the momentum to link it, to link parts.
Yeah. Yeah, you like one thing that I see people struggle with, I think, is that they don't commit to like the line. Like they don't go as fast because they're afraid of crashing, or they just don't like commit to entry or anything like that. And if you don't have a decent entry, it kind of just doesn't set you up for the rest of the course. And so people just struggle all day because they just don't like go for it.
Yeah.
And once you do, then it kind of clicks and you're like, oh, okay, this is it. Like, it works. So did you like study any drifting technique or anything like that? Or was it just like all trial and error?
I had previously done Assetto, which I think helped quite a lot as far as like what to do with your hands, maybe.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Because I think otherwise I wouldn't have known what to do even at the first like skid pad day.
Yeah.
So I had like a general idea. It was Assetto. at that time I was probably watching in car footage and
Okay.
like, oh, that's what you do. But at the same time, I wasn't really like absorbing any of it. I was kind of like,
Right.
I still don't really know how to do it.
Yeah, I'm not a very good visual learner. I have to
Yeah.
do it to learn it. And
Hmm.
so yeah, it for help what helps me is like when Kev gets in the car
Hmm.
and he's there and he's like, "Oh no, like accelerate here or like whatever do." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And it works. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." Cuz I like did it, it clicks. But I can sit there and watch someone and then I'm like, "Okay, like I get that, but like," and then it just like, in and out. So
Yeah.
I was just curious because the way you said you indulge in things, I wonder if you went like into the technical aspect or if it was just like, oh, I'm just looking at cool shit.
They're both. I tried. There's at some point while I was like still new,
Hmm.
there was a Instagram video in like my recommended or something,
Okay.
and it was talking about like Kawabata half clutching or something.
Okay.
And I watched a video and I just had absolutely no clue what was going on, and it
Right.
just like super overwhelmed me. So I was like, you
Yeah.
know what? Maybe the technical stuff can come like a long time down the road.
Okay.
For now, I'll just like foot to floor, clutch to floor. That's it.
Yeah. RB20. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And
Interesting.
so,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, even like, I don't play a set or anything like that, but it's always interesting to see how people try to progress now.
Yeah.
Um, and I know,
Yeah. I think that was it,
yeah,
Kevin.
yeah. See, Kev geeks out about it, so like you can name something, and then
Hmm.
he would know about it. Like that's
But
how like
that's what everyone wants to do. That's what I want to do.
yeah. See, so like yeah, the indulging of it, you just get hyper focused on something, and you
Hmm.
just do it forever, and it ruins your life. So it is what it is. Um, Interesting. Um, I'm gonna check my notes because we've kind of like
Burn through
um
it pretty quick.
yeah. So yeah, so like the R32 right now,
Yeah.
do you want it to be your chassis, or is it just like, or do you have something else to like you want to drive or like move up to or move to?
Damn. So I'm a pretty wish-washy person.
Same, big same.
Uh, but at the same time, and I love my 32. It's
Yeah,
fun. It's cool.
yeah,
Sick cars. I love it. But at the same time, I don't know if it's exactly what I want.
yep.
I'll constantly feel like I'm trying to like it a little more than I actually do,
Okay,
and I still haven't like been able to figure out if that's like a real feeling or if I'm
sure.
just like being sulky.
Okay, real emotional shouties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Uh, current plan, the current idea, and I probably shouldn't say this because
No,
it's
no, no. Keep it. Keep it. Don't say it. Don't
okay.
say
Yeah,
it. Unless you
no
want it to
plans.
be like a podcast exclusive thing. I like the idea of just like,
Doing something.
yeah, don't tell like, I mean, tell your close friends, but don't like put it out in the world kind of thing. And
Yeah.
then just like do it and then like whatever. So I know your idea. It's really cool. It's
Hmm.
very interesting take because um I share the same feeling for my car, or I
Yeah.
did, where um I wanted to be something else for a long time, and it wasn't until recently then I'm like, oh yeah, I really love my car. So it's interesting because I know exactly how you feel, and it's back and forth, and like
Yeah.
it takes a long time. I think once you execute your new plan and like the
Hmm.
car, I think you'll be like, this is my car.
Yeah. We'll see. I
So
mean, the thing is like, uh, to not say too much or to not make any plans that may not
right,
come true. The future is either stick with a car now or chassis swap it, like sometime next year maybe.
okay,
Uh, but I'm gonna try to keep it because I don't want to get rid of it anymore.
right, that's good.
Emotional Stockholm
Right,
syndrome,
yeah, dude,
emotional
absolutely.
attachment.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's yeah. I'm curious to see what happens after you execute it because
But no matter what, whether I plan on getting rid of it or plan on swapping or
Yeah.
plan on keeping it, I'm gonna do that the full refresh.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's sick.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be pretty incredible, I think. I think it's a fantastic idea. Um, what would you swap to then? If you
Uh,
do.
so one thing that's really annoying about being wish-washy is I don't have like a true dream car, like a
Right,
single dream car.
right.
I have just three chassis I like:
Okay,
R, S, X,
okay,
and so it'd either be an S or an X chassis.
okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Huh. Yeah, I like I'm at the point now where I'm like, I really like my car and I
yeah,
hopefully nothing happens to it. But if something happens, like what would I swap to?
yeah.
Like I have all these spare parts that like, oh, what can I use it, or do I just cash out on everything and like build something else? I mean, Lee Roto just did it, right? He sold his Supra that he had for 15 plus years, and now
That was
he's yeah, and now he's like looking to get like a GT86 like FRS BRZ thing.
yeah,
So yeah, it's I don't know, but there is a point of natural progression, like you have to do something. So
yeah.
yeah,
It's I don't know. It's just again like the biggest and like the worst part for me is I'm just so wish-washy. Or
yeah,
I'm like I'm really
it's tough, dude.
inconsistent. One day I'm somewhere, one day I'm somewhere else.
It'll plateau. You'll get over that.
Yeah, yeah,
It just takes a long time, because it wasn't until like last year or so that I was like,
yeah.
oh, okay, I'm done. Like, yeah, I probably just got too tired of it going back and forth. Um, so with building your car, you went with
Hmm.
BN stuff like that. Was it because of what you studied and you liked, or was it like, oh, this is what I could like get because it's a Skyline? Like BN's the only kit essentially for Skyline. I mean, there's other stuff, but like,
Being's the way.
yeah, okay,
Um, let's see. When I was first planning the first plans for it, yeah. I mean, when you're looking at Skyline inspiration, like the easy you straight Abo Moon, like
yeah,
everyone,
yeah, yeah, for sure.
every single human.
Yep,
Uh, and so like they were the first ones, and but like you said, BN really is like the way.
yeah, yeah. I like it. Feel now like I've done
There's a
some research, and
mhm.
like it just feels like they made BN for Skyline, like R32s, and then just
Yeah,
started making it for everything else, kind of thing.
because it's like there's always something. It's one single thing that makes or about every other kit that just ruins it.
Right, right. There's like one thing, yeah, because we had this conversation. It was like
Yeah,
Euros is too pointy.
they
Final
stick out a
connection,
mile
yeah, the
too
rear
high.
bumper sticks out. It's too pointy. Final connection, like the rear bumper is like really weird.
Yeah,
Vertex is good, but like you
it
have to
almost
be
doesn't
like
match.
you
You
have
have to
to
do
be
it
like on
completely right.
17s and like pretty
Yeah,
low. Like David's car is really David and Angel's car, like the Vertex PS Deuce is like
yeah.
really good on their cars. It's very like simple, but um yeah. What else is there? There's a bunch of other weird like one-off kits here and there, but like
Yeah.
being is just it is what it is. So um Colin says S15 works
There's
9
no way.
fits on.
So,
No, I know S14 front bumpers fit on R32s, so you
uh-huh.
can put uh you can put like any
Yeah, shout out to
S14 stuff.
Fiasco for good cars.
Yeah, Fiasco has good cars. Oh, Pandem 32s, dude, trash. Like
The
dude, they're like, nah, dude, that ain't it, not at all. Sorry, I'm like not a fan at all. It's too modern for the car. I feel like,
but
um,
Colin may be onto something. There's
yeah,
that
maybe,
one or two. There's like, I think there's three Works 9 R32s I've ever seen. Maybe they're just on S15 kits. Maybe they never
maybe,
made one.
maybe not. Maybe that's what it is. If I was talented enough with, if fiberglass, I would try to do something crazy. Um, Tim from Dallas, Tim Chi, he put that Raceline front bumper on his car. It was S14 Raceline.
Was it really?
Yeah, and then but it
When it was
sat
blue,
really
right?
yeah, it was blue. It sat really high, and then he sold it to his teammate Chris
With the yellow car?
with the yellow R32, and Chris extended
Okay.
the bumper, and so now it looks flush. Like with the side skirts, it doesn't sit up too high, and yeah, it looks fine, and it's S14 bumper. So if I was like and to not crash my car all the time, I would probably try to pursue something, but I just, like, it's, you
Yeah.
crash it. I'm not trying to like
It's going.
build multiple one-off kits or one-off bumpers and then wreck them all the time. So I was just curious because I know a lot of Skyline people, they just like, they do BN because it's readily available. But also, if you do any like research on Skyline stuff, BN, like Abo, obviously. But once you get really into like the nitty gritty of Skyline stuff, you can find some really, really unique stuff. Like even like I feel like on coupes, like even just like GTR Aero stuff is like really cool, and like there's a lot of like hodgepodge of mixed match of style and stuff like that. But again, you have to be like into it and going down into the rabbit hole in order to find this stuff. And that's what like, that's what we all geek out about at Knuckle Up is that kind of stuff. So cool. Well,
it'll get there one day.
Yeah.
I'll cry wolf for another couple months till the kit comes in.
Yeah, it'll be here.
Yeah, Garage Go.
Yep,
They do
Garage
some
Go.
cool stuff.
Yeah.
They're the driving inspiration.
Yeah, those dudes can boogie for sure. Okay, so another thing, your car, your two-way. You put a two-way in the car.
Right.
But okay, did you buy BN or a two-way first? Same time?
BN. No, BN.
Okay, so you bought BN, and then what made you buy a two-way? Because usually everyone just welds diffs.
The COVID stimmy. I think it was stimmy round 2 hit.
Yeah.
Hitting them wallets, and probably asked the Discord. I was like, "Hey, what do I need to make my car drive well?"
Yeah, and they said two-way.
Well, I already bought the BN.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Quit being a dumbass. Buy something good." And
right.
Two-way.
Oh, cool. Your car already had coilovers?
It did. So I bought several things for the car before I cared about drifting in any way.
Right.
So that's why it has like BC coilovers.
Yeah.
But they get the job done. So it's like I can't really justify another like.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, I just because a lot of people they just there's like a formula kind of thing. Like it's budget. Don't get me wrong, and it's like I don't care, but like drifting is like coilovers, welded diff, like tires, wheel, with the basic stuff. But I don't hear of many people starting out getting a two-way, and it's very interesting.
No, yeah.
And I didn't know if that was just from you like diving into drifting and being hyper focused on it, but like you said, it's from the Discord, your group of friends, which sounds like a good group that like have helped you steer like towards the right way because they're
a bunch of freaks, but they're good.
Cool, that's sick. They're probably all in chat.
Yeah,
going off. Yeah, I know like Colin's in chat, but Colin is getting a two-way, which is cool because I don't know if he's ever driven with one or what, but I'm pretty sure he has. But it's cool like because he's building a new car and like that's one of the new parts that he's getting for the car is like a two-way. It's like sick. I don't know. My car came with one whenever I imported it, so like it was. I did.
Oh yeah, and Harris just got one.
Harris just got another one. Yeah, because his other one grenaded. But I think I drove like 2 or 3 events with a welded diff in my S13. No, probably more than that because it was welded from the jump. But but I like my Z. Whenever I first started driving Z, I just drove with the factory VLSD, so I didn't really spend a lot of time um, on a welded diff. So
Hmm.
it's always interesting on car setup and stuff. Um, what are your goals in drifting now that like you've kind of set a path now? I feel
Yeah.
like once you're like in this, I call it community now because we have people are all over. I think it's cool. Um, like what is your path forward from here now?
Yeah, so I guess last year was like a pretty good warm up year to like get foot in the door,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and learn how to drift. Uh, I think like my first year, I wanted to say at the end of the year, I was like, yeah, I can drift.
Yeah, you
So
can
that
bust
was like
the
my first year.
corners that you
Yeah,
wanted to, right?
I can like leak the track, I can do it. So like
Yep.
goal achieved, I was happy.
Sick. Okay.
Year two,
Yeah.
and I kind of wanted to do this last year, but I goofed around a bit much. But tandem, it's
Yeah.
tandem time.
Yep. It is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. It definitely like helps drivers grow quickly. Is
yeah.
tandem because I was still like kind of hesitant myself, but once I started, you could see the growth really quick.
Yo, let's do it, Zach.
Yeah, Ben's driving this weekend. Yeah, Zach's freaking out because me and Kev aren't driving, and so Zach's like, "Who the
Oh,
fuck is who am I driving with?" And I gave him a
oh,
bunch of list of people. So yeah, dude, drive with
because
Zach. Zach's fucking really good. He'd be
yeah,
fantastic to like follow. And like I think Alex is in chat. Corsa he's driving this weekend. Like follow him. Like any driver, any good driver will will let you follow because they're not gonna fuck up.
I'll
And
also be like way behind.
nah,
I'm way
dude,
too
try
slow.
to. You have a slow
I'll keep up.
car.
I'll try
Yeah,
to
you
keep
try to
up.
keep up, dude, because they're not gonna fuck up. No one like it's knock on wood, but it's hard to fuck up a follow run or a lead run whenever like you have a newer driver following you because there's no pressure really, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, dude, you just gotta like get over the fear of just doing it kind of thing. I think that's what holds back a
suck it
lot of
up.
drivers too. Just like you said earlier with driving the event, you didn't like start getting it until you actually like fainted in and like
Yep.
actually it's the same thing with tandem. Now you're just going to the next level. Like don't let fear hold you back. Just go for it, and you'll be just fine.
Every time I've like progressed, made like a genuine
Hmm.
single step, it
Yeah,
was just like sucking it up, doing something I was like
yeah,
scared to do.
yeah. And dude, like those days, the days that you like you're at the track and the day's done and you like you felt like you grew so much as a driver.
Yeah,
It's super rewarding to just be like, okay, that works.
yeah.
Like that's it. Like this was a good drift day, and like if you can have like two or three of those days throughout the year, like dude, you just have so much progression throughout the whole year. So yeah, tandem this year it is. That's what you need to.
Tandem is the weekend.
Yeah, there you go, dude. See, start the year off right. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Sick, dude. Anything else then? Like on goals or just like tandem is the goal and just improving driving?
Uh, Besides, what's up, Tyler?
Hey.
Besides like those two, uh, only half related to drifting, but like settle my mind, stop being so wish-washy.
Yeah.
Kind of like because if I could go back and do it again, I'd spend like half the money I've spent. I'd,
Dude,
I'd like stop wasting money on stupid things.
dude, I try to tell people all the time. It's just a young person thing, like not
Yep.
wanting to listen that or like doing dumb
Yeah.
shit. Um, but hopefully someone takes something away from this, from doing these, or like
Yeah.
knuckle up or whatever, and just like kind of like it's like cutting the line realistically, and it's hopefully beneficial for someone, but yeah, you can't cry over spilt milk, so
I mean, yeah.
it is what it
What are you
is.
gonna
It's
do?
done.
Unspend the money? It's like
Right,
it's
you
gone.
can't. Yeah,
Like
it's gone.
just move on. Learn.
Yeah, exactly. Are you gonna drive Summer Saga?
Yeah, I should.
Sick.
I'm gonna drive as much as I can
Cool.
all year. 'Cause if
Nice.
my car's not broken or
Yep.
if it's not in the shop for paint
Yeah.
under the knife,
Yeah.
I'm driving.
Perfect. That's what we love to
I'm
hear.
setting aside money for that.
Sick. Dude, I have to figure out Nightbot because it's not letting people put shit in caps, and it's just like freaking out every time I see
Nightbot
it.
banned me for saying some naughty words once.
Dude, yeah, I have to like edit this. I'm gonna ban Nightbot.
Yo, get
Actually,
that guy out of here.
I'm gonna time him out. So he should
Get
be.
that bitch out of here.
I timed him out, so maybe he should be fine now. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, for 600 seconds. I'll just, it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Nightbot, leave me alone. Yeah. Okay. Unrestricted chat access. Get banned. Oh, now I get to allow everything. Now I have to moderate my own chat. That's funny. It's fine. There's enough people in here. I don't fucking care. It is what it is. See, Michael Ty ruins it for everybody. And now I just have to ban Michael Ty. Watch this.
No.
Let's see. Timeout. You see,
He
I
was here
timed
for
him
a good
out.
time, not a long time.
Then I just untime him. Anyways, okay, let's see. We talked about a bunch of stuff. We even talked about gaming. I always have gaming on here and stuff because it's like interesting.
We're all gamers.
Dude, we are all gamers. Maybe we should let chat ask questions. See if there's any like new people that like have any questions for people.
The experience of getting into drifting in the year 2022.
Yeah, I don't think yeah, because you always say you got in late, but there's like never a late time to me,
Yeah.
But I think like you might not think, but you are a wealth of knowledge for like new drivers or like people that have questions or something to like try to get a knuckle up. Like they just don't like. People say I'm not approachable, so like I try to like bring people in to maybe they can be approachable. So how come you guys form teams over there? Is it just friends driving with friends, or is it something more than what it sounds like?
Friends with friends.
It's friends with friends. But also okay. So did you ever play any sports? I was gonna ask you this.
Yeah, when I was young, I played sports.
What'd you play?
Soccer, football.
Okay, so I have this theory that like, well, two things. Like, if you started drifting, like American drifting, like if you kind of like went that path, there's no like team drifting kind of thing, right? So there's no appeal to people to like make a team of friends and stuff like that. You just go as friends, like a group of friends, and you just hang out, right? But if you do dive into the rabbit hole of like classic drifting and stuff like that, you'll see the teams and you're like, oh, fuck, that's cool. Like I want my friends to be a team and stuff like that. But also I have this theory that if you played team sports, you're more open to like, oh, a team, cool. Like I've been on a team before. Like this is familiar. Let's do it like that. But I think you do have to like nerd out a little bit on classic drifting to like want to do the team thing. So, but yeah, it's a friends of friends, and then you just like you want to have your team or your friends like group. It's the same thing if like you have like a group chat. Everyone pretty much nicknames their group chat. So like
the group chats.
Yeah, it's it's just like that. So
same idea.
Yeah, it's very similar. So
yeah, no, it can't be forced. Got to be organic.
Yeah, it's 100% organic. Real like friends. Team, like like for sure. You can't just. I've seen it time and time again, and like. I'm blaming Final Bout, but anytime Final Bout announces an event or anything like that, you'll see people, the friends, they slap a name. They slap a name on their group of friends, and it's not organic. They apply for Final Bout or like whatever events. They make a social media account or whatever, post like 4 or 5 pictures, and then it just dies off because they're just trying to, like they're inspired for the moment, but it's not organic. So it's just kind of like a quick hit kind of thing. So Ben,
rapid fire. Favorite drift team?
Yes.
Magician, probably.
Really? Nice. What's your favorite Magician?
Takami is Jersey X 110.
Yeah, buddy. All right,
That's my
sick.
favorite car of all time.
Yeah, 110s is definitely like on my list
It's
of
fucking tough.
yeah, dude. I love 110s so much. I don't think I'll ever
Yeah.
have one, but if
Same.
the
Yeah,
if
same.
the chance happens, maybe S-Line can help us. Maybe we can get like a group buy on some 110s for us.
I'm gonna be talking to them soon.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, maybe drive the 100 and then trade it in for a 110 and then, something
Yeah,
like that.
possible.
Um,
Did the kit come in yet, Tim? Hell no. That thing's on back order till next year.
yep.
What's a
What's
good chassis to start out drifting in?
my right now, I would say 86
Yeah,
FRS BRC. I think
I think
that
that's cool.
car I think that car done right is going to be the next like S13.
Yep.
Um they're simple, they're affordable, like you can make them look pretty cool. Um Z's are pretty much getting ragged out really bad right now, and I think the price of Z's are going like up too much.
Up. Yeah.
So I think the BRZ FRS is the next move for stuff. So, um,
I'll give you.
what's your favorite game
Uh,
all time?
all time
All time.
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne. Interesting
Yeah.
choice.
I like
Sick.
Cosmic Core. That's
I've
what it
never heard of
is.
it.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
All right, cool. That's sick. Um, let's see. Uh, yeah, Japan did team, so we copy. Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
that's true.
yeah. I mean, like that's just what it is. Uh, let's see. I had chat pause, so I'm catching up now. I'm sure you. Yeah, battle stage. No, I'm gonna tell you that right now. You guys, you fake the funk kind of stuff. Like that's just how it is. You guys, y'all should just come drive more. To me.
I'll actually move to Houston.
Well, not even that. Like they have a good core group of guys, but like Chris
Yeah,
never
yeah.
drives. Um, like Noel drives like once a year, but he only wants to drive the big events. And then like Jeff lives across the country, kind of thing. And then Tim's always busy doing other stuff or thinking his car is broken, like RV. Or I don't know what all that stuff is. So I don't know. I just
It's
like
like a
they're
grounding
it's
issue last
like I
time.
like the idea. I just like I don't know. I can't like force people to like do it. Like as much as I want people to like go drive and stuff like that, I just can't like put a gun to people's head and be like, no, you're coming. It's like I can only just try to support kind of stuff. Yeah. No. Okay. So I scroll down. It says Noah says their team dies every year. Yeah. Okay. That explains a lot. Um. Let's see.
Whenever we come into Japan,
Why are you not
I,
playing Elden Rings? Because, dude, we gotta take a break. All
yeah,
right, we're almost done with the podcast. We'll go back to gaming. All right, that's what everybody's gonna do. So
yeah, I think literally everyone's probably gonna go straight to a game after this.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I gotta go grind Destiny out for the next like 4 hours before I like drink a bunch of coffee in the morning so I can get through it. Question for this so-called Ben
Ben.
fella: when the freak are you coming to Japan? You've never been, huh?
No, the opportunity's never presented itself,
Yeah.
and now I'm just broke. So
Yeah, well, it happens. I think the border's going to be opened up soon, so yeah, it'd be sweet to go, but I don't know.
I got a
Money,
car to
no
build.
object, dream chassis.
I don't really have like a dream car, and
RSX,
if yeah,
Acura,
RSX baby.
Acura RSX. I'm just kidding. I guess 110, huh? You seem pretty passionate about that.
The thing is I feel like if I were to build a 110, I would always compare it to Takamiya's,
Yeah,
and it would never like it would always be like, yeah, it's cool, but
yeah,
it's not his.
yeah, for sure.
So like possibly a 100.
Yeah, I love the full 110, but
Oh,
the Verosa,
yeah,
the white
Akagi
Verosa,
Legend
and
is.
the I think it's maroon. I want to say it's maroon.
The Nightwalker's cars.
No 110. Oh, Nightwalker's fantastic too. The
Yeah,
Nightwalker video. Oh my god, that's probably one of my favorite videos of all
it's
time.
so good.
It's so good. But yeah, probably yeah. Like drift chassis, no money. It would be a JZX 110 with a huge turbo Jay-Z. I want to do burnouts on the freeway. Like, I don't even care about drifting. I just want to do like some crazy like sedan, Japanese sedan thing. And just like, yeah.
There's a video I will never find. It is a single like 10-second clip. No, sorry, 2-second clip with like loud ass stupid music
Yeah.
of I think it was Dore Dore in Japan,
Okay.
and it's just this 100 flying by, and it is the meanest sounding thing I've ever heard in my life. And I'm desperately trying to recreate that car on any inline six I have.
That's tight.
And I have no clue how to do it, but I will need to.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, that's what I did with my Skyline for the longest time. I was just trying to like build a 180 out of mine.
Yeah.
Until I got to a point where I was like, whatever.
I don't need mine to be fast. I just wanted to sound scary.
RB sounds cool. Like,
yeah.
And with the RB20, you can like rev it all day and it won't do anything. So like you can make it sound really cool. Can I come in December? What's in December? We have Friday Night Lights again this year, but I guess that's the only thing in December. Is this a podcast? Yes. Let's see. Golf. Witch Cream? Yes. They're training. Colin's training agility right now. RuneScape.
I got 99 agility, baby. Catch up.
Damn. Have you been doing like the rooftop thing and whatever?
Yeah, I did that.
The obstacle course. I saw Zach do that one time.
It's a good time.
Yeah. I heard Pablo slammed an egg on here last week. Ben, go slam 2 eggs right now and paint your car white.
Tyler, I got a white car now.
Yeah, he has a white 110 or 100.
My daily's a slow ass 2-liter inline six. My race car's a slow ass inline 2-liter 6.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Verosa 110 white with a big single yop. Let's see. Michael Ty. That's already been 10 minutes since I've banned. Oh no, I think I unbanned Michael Ty immediately. Kev will find that clip. RB20 with GTSR header.
I don't got money like that.
Ben, what's your favorite drift video to kind of watch? Kind of new to the scene.
Honestly, if you're trying to get into the scene, watch footage of Knuckle Up and Final Bout. And then if you're looking to move to Japan, like Japanese videos, good luck. I don't know,
dude.
What
I've been starting to recommend to people is JDM Insider from like the early 2000s because it has like the Nightwalker clip in there, like them street drifting that spot. There's I
love that clip.
Yeah, they're like there's a lot of like street drifting, track drifting. There's even like an episode where they go to there's a track that's like off an island or something. I don't know. But they it's like all girls. It's an all girl drift thing. So that's fucking cool. Like if girls are like wanting to get into like this fucking classic drifting shit, like that would be a good thing to show them. And then that would probably do some kind of YouTube algorithm and like kind of point you in the right way. But like I've been doing JDM Insider. So back in the day. Any plans to run equal link downpipe on your RB? Is that a GTR thing?
I have no clue.
Okay. Unless I think that's like the GTR thing. I don't know.
I'm trying not to spend money on a 20.
Oh, really?
If I'm going to,
Yeah.
Just a turbo and everything that'll support it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. R32 Inspiration, you said like Abo, right? Anything
style-wise, it's probably Abo. Oh, style-wise, it's probably better as Oragokyu.
Yeah.
And then driving-wise, it's the Go Brothers.
Yeah.
Because no one knows how to drive a 20 foot to floor harder than they do.
Yeah, dude. My favorite picture of them is the one from the ski resort where the black car is like on the big slope and like the front end and the rear end is like, because the slope is like this and like they're like, it's like flat here. So the car is like on both like angles and you can just like see completely underneath the car, but it's like the front end and the rear end is smashed into the ground. It's wild to say.
They're There's a video of them driving at like Sekia Hills and a couple other tracks, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one, I have no clue. It might be like Sekia Hills like back section or something, or some
Okay.
like weird part. And they it must be Hidetoshi in the black car. He comes around a corner and he spins out, and even while spinning out, there's no hope of saving it. He is still like foot to
Foot on the
floor
floor. Yeah.
redlining.
Yeah.
It's so ignorant. It's so cool.
That's sick. What that just you're like names of drivers and stuff
I'm
like that.
trying to
I'm
memorize them.
terrible at fucking names. I've given up on trying to like learn drives or like names of drivers in Japan or like cars and stuff like
Yeah,
that. That's something I don't do at all. Kev's really good at that.
I'm trying.
So it's like you're like OCD about drifting is like pretty amazing at this point because you haven't been doing it that long, but you know a lot of shit already. So that's like sick.
Gotta
Um,
be a nerd.
yeah, you got to be a fucking weeb, really. Is SR still even good with the prices? My opinion, no. I think nowadays, if you have a KA, run the KA. If you have the wallet, yeah, SR is cool. For like a purist kind of thing. Um, I would say K swap, like the K24 stuff, but like that's like you have to spend like 15 grand and it's still like whatever. English Tune did theirs and Dustin was like, I want to go back to our SR car. Like after they put his gear. Like it's good on paper, but I don't know, but really there's enough, I don't know. Nowadays it's really just whatever keeps you into the sport, you know? I don't know. So final bout trip this year, Ben?
We going?
Final bout 5?
Uh,
Or are
that's the big
y'all
one.
trying to go? Yeah, that's the new one. That's the
Yeah,
main
yeah.
one. Or there's a bunch of you can go special stages. You know, the
I'm
other.
not gonna come to the South. I'm gonna avoid all of you.
That's fine. I'm just saying like
No,
the
I'm just kidding.
one Pacific Northwest or
Yeah,
California or whatever. So
South
um,
and the big one, 5.
yeah. Michael Ty knows which X100 did you get?
The S line is GX Cresta, X100 Cresta.
There you go. Mike said no, do K swap. That's to Brody. This is better. Your podcast, not a lot of Harris trash. I think that's my mom. My mom be chatting. EFR 76. I think that's a big turbo. I don't know. Dude. I literally don't know any like turbo tech. I just think the bigger the number, the bigger the turbo. So I don't know.
That's a pretty big number.
Uh,
2530 is what I was thinking.
yeah. Yeah, legit just search X Wharf Drift in Japanese on YouTube. Yeah, dude.
Oh
The
yeah,
wharf ship is sick. Um uh let's see. Damn, Nightbot, he's already I gotta time this motherfucker back out. He's already back to work, bitch. Alright, let's
gone.
see.
Yeah, the God
Harris,
Gambler
I
32
think
gig.
Harris, you're a mod, dude. You can ban anybody you want. Let's see. Recommend Still 80 podcast with Toshi. Yeah, that one. Yeah, Toshi with JD Minsider. That one's pretty good. God Gambler 32. See,
Yeah, it
Muscle
does.
Memory when driving. K Swap. Mike's pushing K Swap. Don't listen to Mike because Mike's like K Swap, but like this motherfucker's doing like double valve bullshit on his SR and like spending all this money when he could have just sold it all and built a K Swap. Any Jay Z knowledge? I don't have any.
I don't have RB knowledge.
Yeah, dude. I don't even have SR knowledge. I just know that SR looks pretty. Like
Yeah, it does.
that was
That
like one of the
does.
things that like I pretty much bought everything to make my car look pretty or like look cool. That's it. That's the only reason I went like top mount turbo because it was like I don't know, that turbo looked cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. I want to be buried with my SR. Don't worry, Kevin. I will do that for you.
To the tomb.
Let's see. Oh, let's see. Wish Ep4 is Borg Warner. Bust. Timed out Nightbug. The biggest number. Okay. Dude, I'm trying to catch up on chat. Everybody's like going the fuck off. Sweep. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Anyways, all right. I guess that's all of it. It's gaming time. I know your boys are itching. They've been in waiting for you to go get to gaming.
I'm not joining them. I'm going straight to my own lonesome. I'm gonna play Elden Ring for the rest of the night.
Damn, sick. All right. Well, do you have any closing remarks or advice? Actually, more advice.
Yeah.
For like new drivers, because then I can just like clip that and ship it. So what do you got? What's your spiel?
Let's see. Nerd out. You're going to ask questions, and people are going to give you advice you don't want to hear. You should probably take it anyways. It's really going to suck when people tell you things you don't want to hear, but stop looking for that like gratification. Or the what is it? Self-verification? I don't know. There's some term for it. You're not going to get it. Do the right thing. It sucks financially. It sucks. It's scary, but it's worth it every single time. So do it. And nerd out. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, you really got to dive into it to like
have that spirit, baby.
Yes. Yeah, true spirit exists. So sick, dude. Well, I appreciate it. Hopefully people have taken something away from this one. And this is probably one that I'll probably rewatch. I never rewatch them, but I think this one I'll probably rewatch and try to do something and put it into probably like Instagram or something, so people can like realize it. Like, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, dude. Thank you again for coming, and I guess I'll see you Saturday.
See you in 2 days, baby.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Are you? Car's all ready, prepped and ready to go?
I hope it doesn't need to be washed. Is there a car wash nearby, and just in case?
You can wash your car at the track. There's water hose.
Cool.
Just bring your soap stuff or whatever.
We'll see.
Yeah, it should be fine. So
cool.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, easy as that. I appreciate it, dude. Enjoy Elden Ring tonight. Don't have too much fun. Cool. All right. Well, I'll let you go, and I'm going to transition to playing video games. So I will see you Saturday, dude.
Sounds good. Y'all have a good one. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
See yas. All right.